over the Falcons. We're sitting at 3-6, which is actually way better than I thought. Excuse me. Way better than I thought we would be sitting with a cupcake team. I mean, look, we're 67 overall rated. So, let's get it.
Today, from Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're going to fight our way through it.
It's the Columbus Aviators taking on the Tennessee Titans.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Columbus Aviators. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and
getting the ball first?
week, is they put
right.
it together in every phase.
Let's start hot.
Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans,
Nice return.
a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
it was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
On first down, it's Newton.
Nice.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
I'm sneak it past the mic.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Oh!
And to the
Sure can.
42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Oh, Newton with a straight shot at the
But
middle.
not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted.
Ooh,
the
snap
running
got
game.
popped.
And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Stanford. Now they set up the screen. That's good.
Oh, man, he just
They'll
fast.
get only 3 there, so
Ran me
leaves them
down.
with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the
I can't
line
even
to
be
gain
mad at
here
that.
is the 37 on 3rd down.
Let's try it again.
7.
See what happens.
Looking to throw. Stanford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Nice.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And
Nice.
taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's coming
Spikes with a decent
right
carry
now for them.
Their tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the
Woody.
wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
First and goal.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it
Newton's
sets
back
him
in
up
the
now
game.
first and goal.
Come on, Payne.
They'll turn their power
Big
game
man
to
with the
try
ball.
to get in.
Big man with the ball.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Beautiful.
For the extra.
Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL, and at this stage in his career, when he lacks a big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
Going up against Kiki Haha.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first down.
And he
Oh,
one that's
Mackey.
intercepted.
Can I get
Picked
him?
off near the
Pick
26.
six.
And he will take this one home.
Got him.
It's a touchdown.
Hot start.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Got him with the Kiki
But now the
Haha.
extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
Oh, there goes
the guy throwing the
Derrick
ball,
Henry. We knew he'd get his.
what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, nice.
He's immediately
Hit him behind
taken
the
down
line.
at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Watch out for that halfback screen.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And down
Who got him?
goes Fitzpatrick.
Robertson.
Sacked.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Oh,
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The
get
offensive
connected
guy,
for free with the white guy connection. No way! Get connected for free with the white guy Darren Snell TD. And we are about to go up a 3rd score.
Stretch that
wow.
The kicker on.
Boy, these guys are off.
I don't
to
think
the
we could have
races,
asked
Charles.
for a better
20
start.
to nothing already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Out is the kickoff unit.
The pressure's on.
Up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
I cannot believe it.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back.
What an
on
incredible
the field.
start
It's
here
some
for our
dangerous
cupcake
territory.
team.
You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a
stop.
big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also
looks like Henry's going to get it.
Force everything either.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
get this one complete.
we knew he'd get beat deep
Brown.
eventually.
And
Oh, come on, get him.
Finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice
Oh,
chunk of
get Derrick
yardage
Henry
there.
down.
And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. This is
Oh,
caught. And into
stop him.
the end zone
Ah, he
for
got it.
Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
that's cool because we're going to take
This
our
one
time,
fielded at the 5.
play our offense.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And they're on 31-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stanford. He finds Pirine out of the backfield.
Stanford's back.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Stanford flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Let it fly.
One team on now as this one's sent away. And this will pin him back.
Oh, nice punt.
That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. A first down carry for Henry.
Uh-oh.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Henry on the carry.
We're fighting our way.
Good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case,
and he's going to
who got him?
Down. Pressure
Johnson.
Back at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 13. Gotta get off the field on 3rd and long.
You're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar.
Short.
No good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end.
Titans 7.
Wow.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by
7 minutes.
If you're going to hit from that
cute.
distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll run on first down. Newton. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Right at midfield.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
See, I thought about switching it to a pass, but I thought for sure they were gonna. Drop into coverage.
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time play?
It's just a subpar read by me.
Back to throw. Stanford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Looking to throw. Stanford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there. And it's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
No reason to let our guy get hurt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stanford. He'll get this to his running back.
Benjamin's getting involved.
7 yards. The pick
He's not a running back, but okay.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Spikes.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, nice one. Almost had a wide open lane.
Markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stanford. His throw caught.
Nice catch for Snell.
6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Good goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
2 safeties are going to come up.
And they give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the
Come on, let's get the big man with the football. Big man with the football.
Come on, almost. Just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
The goal line. A 2-yard.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And again, they'll go right.
Big man with the football. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Enjoying some marshmallows by the
First you
campfire.
don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Beautiful.
Green to bring it back. And he won't quite
Nice
make
special
it to the
teams tackle.
25.
Green on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
If we can hold, this will be our first 2-game winning streak.
To begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Oh,
and he'll
nice.
be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
How many times do we say in this game is speed?
Everyone's
kills,
fired up
and
on
he
the
does it in
offense.
so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Fitzmagic throws that too.
Corey Davis, the
Nobody,
intended receiver,
baby,
and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Come on, hit him. Hit him with the Heim.
Carry down for Derrick Henry. And nowhere for him to go.
on top of that one.
Back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back.
Henry's got 57 yards. Thought for sure it'd be a lot worse.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark
warning.
in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
Oh, there goes Fitzmagic.
Multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, get him. Clipboard Jesus.
But not before he takes it inside the 40.
27-yard scamper from Fitzmagic.
First down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass
Can't be letting
and
stuff
the
like
running
that
game.
happen.
He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game,
Oh, nice play.
right now, it's kind of like making adjustments. If you try
Way to
lead
blow
too
it up in the
high,
backfield.
it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Got him again.
They sack him back right around.
Johnson gets his second sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Titans 10.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Over first and 10.
Clayton's got 5 sacks on him.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll...
And the defense has it covered. It's
Son of a bitch.
intercepted.
That's ridiculous.
Picked off at about the 31. And he's given his
You got
guys
that
a
'cause I got
shot for
hit.
late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
It's fine. That's dumb by me. I should just ran the clock out.
Fitzpatrick. That one caught by Ross Dwelly. And with just 4
Go ahead and get you
seconds
3.
left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field
See if I can ice him.
onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
On for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Aviators 28. Titans.
So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check it, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
This is head-to-head.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback.
All right, let's play smart football.
Spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks.
Well, we're coming to get more.
That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Second and 9.
Again, it's Henry.
Oh,
And
quick
he
draw.
stopped immediately there.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Okay, 3rd and 9.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team.
Ryan
right?
Fitzpatrick
Because he's just
finds
waiting there and
nobody,
holding on for
baby,
everyone else to help him out.
nobody.
As a defensive back, you have some
Nobody.
weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And
It's all right.
oftentimes knock it away.
31-yard line.
Nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
At their own.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more...
Newton.
And they get
Nice.
him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, Stanford escaping the pressure right. And he just gets
Launch
rid of
it.
it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Yeah, just get
Here
rid
now
of it.
is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44
Benjamin's
here.
down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. An
Try
extra
screen.
defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Stanford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down.
Yeah, we're going to have to go.
Maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
Oh, that was 1st down.
Ended up with
Are
a
you
solid
kidding me?
game.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check
Damn
on
it.
his status.
I hate it
we
when they
get back.
cut up. Let the ball come to you. Don't chase it down.
On 1st down, it's Henry.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There goes Henry.
All alone.
Oh,
And
Henry.
He takes it down deep
Oh,
into
really?
enemy
Got it on.
territory. It's a big Henry. 47 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless,
Come on.
fantastic run.
Not only that, this is when you wave to your...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know
Damn.
this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try
Went from
to
having a
you don't get the
21-0
score.
lead to a
Perfect
28-20 lead.
combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Number 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We're going to fight to
Nice
keep
job
this
there
lead.
by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get up,
He rifles
Ah,
one, it's
motherfucker!
intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Damn
so
it.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Quick slant.
21-0
And
lead.
finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Son of a bitch.
23 yards on the play.
At the 7-yard line.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is going to be
Intercepted! Oh, defense makes a play.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the
Holy
football
hell.
back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw from his end zone, Stanford eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Nice.
He'll go out of bounds after getting this across
Keep
the
getting some
15.
yards.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Take our time and run the
Talk
clock.
about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Newton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
Off play action. Stanford.
Son of a bitch.
Down he goes.
Come on, man.
8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game.
Snell.
And they tallied 4 a week ago.
And
Nice.
Probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Keep the clock running.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Stanford gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Keep punching.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
For the running back.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Stanford. Got his
Nice.
complete over the middle. That's Newton.
Newton left wide open.
1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run on 1st down. Newton. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Made by Harold Landry. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh,
and
spikes.
He's going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans 17. Back now in Columbus. As we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Ball control, take care of the ball.
What's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Harris on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
play fake. Stanford. That's going to be caught
Go!
at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, Stanford flushed out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Green to bring it back. And it's a pretty good return
nice
here.
Tackle.
He'll get this up to the 29.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
See if we can
And
get
the
some pressure.
interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went
What?
back out there was, don't do that
My
again.
man
What
just
do you
teleport.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as
slow
possible,
them down.
try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Good physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
A toss right to Henry.
Get him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll run it again with Henry.
Oh, no way, no way.
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And he will push his way down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he's going to
Got him. Is that a sack?
Outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily? And it's intercepted.
Intercepted again, Wilkins.
Able to get there
Wilkins, big man with the ball. Big man with the ball. 51. Wilkins, can he get a pick six? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's a touchdown.
Our second pick six of the game.
Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and
That's a 40 burger.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is...
And I believe Wilkins just put the game
They know you've got to
on
throw the
ice.
football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
And this one through the uprights and good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Green to bring it back. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over
First
first
round,
and
fool.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big.
And Fitzmagic throws to nobody, baby.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I had to think that if Tannehill was in. Tannehill must be hurt.
Throwing again.
Nobody,
Fitzpatrick.
baby.
And down
Robertson
he
got him.
goes. Fitzpatrick.
His second sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the
Third
right to rush the passer.
and 21.
They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time. And he's going to go.
Kendricks got him that time.
Patrick sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Beautiful.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you
Newton pops off a nice run.
Gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down.
Newton almost busted another one.
Yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
Got a tired defensive line.
Brings up
They're the 4th best rushing defense.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down now, it's Newton. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, that's a pick.
Intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
He got
So
that
the
bullet
Titans
pass.
in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Whatever.
And let's see what
Got a
they've come
20-point
up with
lead.
offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
Oh.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. A short throw, and it's going to be pulled in by Ferkser. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
On the play. And the Titans first down.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. A good gain
Gunning
again.
down
That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The 8-yard line.
They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Complete to
A.J. Brown with touch.
Can I challenge that?
Down number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Conversion.
Fitzpatrick again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this one won't bounce their way.
Stay on it.
Up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed.
We go over 100 yards.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Desmond King there
Tried to get
on
one
the
to
coverage.
Pendleton.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Stanford. And his throw
Come on, Pendleton.
Incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On 1st down, Newton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Stanford. Looking in.
He could have reached out. Come on, man. Stretch out and go get that.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Stanford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. This pass caught at the 4.
Stanford's pass.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. On 4th down. Stanford. And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They're turned away on
Let's go 3-man deep.
And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll move the chains.
First down, Tennessee.
Come on.
One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is
Well,
gone.
can't complain about that. Beat the Titans. I believe that's 2 straight 6-3 teams we've beaten. So, 2 straight wins. 2 wins over winning/playoff teams.
It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different
Still got to clean these
style and a
turnovers
different
up.
flow.
So for Columbus, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a chance at
Pendleton only
redemption
had 2
next week
catches.
at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for our...
B.J. Wilkins becoming that dude. Brendan Robertson. Roman Worthy. Marcus Payne, the fullback. Beautiful. Look at that blocking. Vince Firth. Sergio Ashmore. Beautiful. Yeah, Pendleton's not going to be happy. I gave it everything I had out there, Coach, but I don't know. Maybe you don't think I'm talented enough to be a #1 receiver. Nah, you're good. It's just the way the balls fell, dude. So 4-6. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Let's see what we can do against the Bungles. Weekly awards. What do we get? Ooh, Wilkins. Got Defensive Player of the Week. That's our 3rd player to get a of the week deal. So I dig it. Let's do some scouting. Let's go with unscouted. Okay. Teddy Sawyer. I like that name. Yeah, I'm not looking for any receivers or quarterbacks or running backs. Xavier Walden. Ah. What do you got? Ooh. Okay. Oops. Early 2nd rounder. As we told him to hold our Nuggets. Man, there's some monster defensive players available late in this draft. 6th rounder. We're going to get our hands on some defensive talent. Who did I not put on my draft board yet? These guys are pretty much the same guy. Okay, I'm fine with that. Is there any Pro Bowl voting yet? And draft stories are going on. Nothing. Deion Jackson. The 5-5 Bengals. We can win this. Can we really? I'm skipping the training because I keep on getting copyright strikes on it. Because of the damn music that plays in the background.
Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving, huh?
Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Columbus Aviators.
It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Columbus Aviators and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Columbus club. And he brings us out
almost had a chance to sneak that one around.
They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
On the carry.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 121 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's
Back to throw. Stanford flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Screw it, we're gonna go for it.
This game in the first, but they're gonna go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Bengals are gonna get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Yep, that's what happens when you screw them all around.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to
Damn, boys. What happened to their hands?
I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick
There
up
we
the
go, Newton.
So now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down
he's gonna
at the
do.
36.
A gain of 3.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On the give, this is their fullback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Newton. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
A heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
Looking to throw. Stanford.
Pendleton.
Here, and that's complete.
Goes
And
after not getting much last week.
Touchdown.
Made up for it.
A big play there.
It's his 10th season. 10th touchdown this season.
Touchdown of the season. And his guys are an extra point away from
He went over 1,000
tying
yards
this thing
too.
up. So a nice touchdown pass
He
for
should
the
be in the
rookie
Pro
there.
Bowl.
And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback... is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And unable to get downhill there. So take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Oh, almost made that stop.
But not before picking up the first.
Nobody's ever gotten paid on
that time,
first.
and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this out past the 45.
Wow, holding much?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured
Hey, I put
out.
your stream from last night up there too. It's on, when you go to my channel, you got your own playlist. It says Patrick on it.
Times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Got him!
They sacked
Burrow.
him back at the 42.
Page getting back in the
game last
mix.
week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum.
Doing the
here
Vince
in the first
McMahon
quarter.
strut.
Last week
It's
it
good
appeared
shit,
they were coming out
pal.
of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Sam.
10. At their own
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's got it
Benjamin
past the 30
gets him a
before he's hit
completion.
and dropped. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
Oh, Newton! Newton!
Now
Gone!
he's free.
Oh,
And touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
He goes
And
over
his guys
1,000
have
yards.
taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted.
At the very
And now with
least,
that
for
lead
Pro
that we're
Bowl,
seeing,
I expect
can they
Pendleton and
retaliate?
Newton to
I
get
get
to
the
go.
sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The point after is good.
I don't think Stanford's getting Pro Bowl or Offensive Rookie of the Year, so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Costello.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the
get some
football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a
Got us
second
by the
and 3,
ankles.
second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you.
1 second.
You're looking for?
That's it.
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They go play action with Burrow. And
Got him
Burrow
again.
getting hit and taken down. They got him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Gotta
He was in the
imagine
lead
pass
before he went
rush
out
will
with
be
injury.
equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure
Robertson
again,
got
and
him.
down he goes again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Wilkins!
Picked
Can
off
he
at
get
the
him? Big
23.
pick 6.
And he will take
I believe
this
that's 2
one
games in a
home.
row
It's
with
a
pick 6.
touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this,
Can I get him?
I wouldn't play
pick
cards
6?
against this guy in the locker room.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination.
I'm coming for that ass, Burrow.
When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't.
Oh, Robertson got him again. Second time for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy.
Guys
for the
aren't
QB,
getting open.
right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football
We got 4
game.
sacks in the first quarter.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
It's okay.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Aviators 21, Bengals 7.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going.
It's all right, we're doing
Sometimes
all
you do
right.
like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Open man is Higgins.
I thought I was going to be able to get that.
Taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
4 yards.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Nice one.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Burrow. He's got a first down and more inside the 30.
I ran right past him.
And they'll take this in the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Tyler Boyd.
His third
That's bad
touchdown
coverage by
now
me.
on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Chats in front of us.
1st down and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Let's control some pacing.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing.
And he fires
You
one
son of a
that's
bitch.
intercepted.
All right, we're not running that route
Alexander
anymore.
with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard
I think the last 6 times I've gone to that route, he's not been able to break off
of
of it.
zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
1-yard line.
They'll run. This is Walton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he'll take this.
Oh, he dived in and got it.
Bengal TD.
Damn, that was a good play.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time and led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Aviators.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Columbus 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Stanford sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
Bad throw. You had him wide open.
Interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Damn.
On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've
nice
seen
tackle.
the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Damn.
Gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down.
Wilkins got him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Burrow able to find Sample. That's complete.
Nice.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The only incompletion he threw was the pick 6.
They weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone.
I'm going to be looking for 3 on this one.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Off the play fake. Stanford rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Damn it.
Well, the other
You
day
gotta
they
be
told us
kidding
we've got
me.
3rd and 5 or less. We have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
There we go.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
We got to come out of here with 3 points.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw on second down. Stanford being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
5 yards on the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Stanford steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will
I'll go to
run.
halftime.
So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
All ties.
Kick that off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was
Boom.
an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half.
Might as well be 0-0 right now.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Oh, Tyler Boyd.
This one across the 35.
Got loose.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's get some here.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Burrow. And Burrow
Got him again.
And taken down. They got him.
tackled back at the 33.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll keep it on the ground. Newton. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Stanford, he'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he
Slide
will.
down.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Beautiful.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Wilson's down.
After that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
See if we can get anything off on a screen.
Looking to throw. Stanford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And they're past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Dude, just hammering away.
Big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Let's hit the fullback, get a little love.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Hard count.
A give to the fullback on the dive.
Did he get it, or is he a little short?
Scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He was give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
It's 3rd and inches. Just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Got him on a run to the outside.
This time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. It's Newton. And he'll go.
It's working. We ain't going to stop it.
Line.
The tackle made.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Oh.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Stanford dancing to his left.
Fight your way in. Got it.
Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no.
I shank it?
Yes,
yeah, I shanked
he's
it.
able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close,
starting to hit with the quick release.
Urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Come on, let's get stopped.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And Burrow
got him again
and taken down
for the 4th time.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. It's a
Gronkowski? He's got Gronk?
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well,
I didn't realize Gronk was in this game.
A little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski.
Damn.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's only able to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a throw.
All right, that's like the 3rd catch in a row for Gronk.
Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Stop this
It's a
guy.
Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Able to find Higgins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Come on.
The 14-yard
To the air again, Burrow. And he finds Gronk. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4.
Get off the field.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And Burrow going to throw again. This is caught. Gronkowski.
Are they going to go for it,
down
though?
about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on
Yeah,
the
they're going to go
completion.
for it.
It's 4th down. One score
Let's make it
down.
happen.
Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And no!
Nice! Turnover on
The Bengals
downs.
try it, but it doesn't
Huge.
work out. And as a result,
Are we about to go to our
switches
3rd
hands.
straight win?
So the defense has to
About to
stay
get
out and get
a
one
win
more
streak in
stop. They were
Cupcake?
able to do it, forcing the
It's
incompletion.
insanity.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Stanford's
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stanford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Serious.
DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to loft one.
Go for it,
Deep
Pendleton.
left side. Oh, this is
Nice!
taken,
What a
and it's complete.
bomb!
And all the way
What a
down
bomb.
to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down.
That was huge.
48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been
Damn.
awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple of minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. DJ Reader. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough.
Did he get it?
Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
14. First down.
Pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6.
Pendleton, get another one. That's touchdown.
And he
Oh,
may be
are
brought
you kidding
down with
me?
a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Let's go, big
So
man
it's
with
our
football.
visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game ceiling. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Yeah, we're not going to do
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football.
Nice.
That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those.
With that, we put away the Bengals.
Drives. What makes them successful?
Well,
I wonder if we can sneak into a wild card spot.
When you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you
hot
get
at
it
the right
done
time.
because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards
gonna come
into
out with
the
it?
end zone.
Okay.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Not really. I kind of don't care if defense gets burned.
At their own
They're not going to get a 2-point conversion, so let's just pin our ears back and see if we can get Page a 5th sack.
And then all of a sudden it just stalled out.
Get it.
It's always easy.
Let me get him. Who got him? Johnson.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Please the pass to nobody, baby.
Throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
Got him for a 5th time.
And taken down. They got him.
Incredible.
They had to go for it with such little time.
I don't think we've ever had
remaining.
5 sacks
And
in a
now
game.
possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town.
Now they're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
On 1st down, Newton. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Play action.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Stanford. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught.
Pendleton.
Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays.
So that's going to lock up our 3rd win in a row. I'll probably play at least one more game on this stream.
They will send this one away.
But dare I say, possible.
This will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2
our
failed
defense
attempts.
is just...
They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams.
It's fine.
Now the Bengals going to
20
signal
seconds.
for their 3rd and final timeout.
It's fine.
As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Burrow on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Boyd.
Hey.
Boyd.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gronk's getting the ball over the middle.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
5 seconds. Let's see if they score one.
Finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that is caught.
Ah, he got it.
He's got
Good
it
for
for a
him.
Bengal touchdown. Rob Gronkowski.
That's Gronk.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
At their own 25-yard line.
Gonna run.
The offense now at the
Run the
line,
ball.
ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and
There we
then
go.
handshakes. And from the 25, they work this to the 29.
And that's a
A gain of
3rd
4.
victory in a row.
It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points
Beating
that
the
they
Falcons,
did. Boy,
the
were they clicking on
Titans, and the
offense.
They
Bengals
can't
all in
help
a
but feel
row.
great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for
Nice.
Columbus, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Let's take a look at our stats here.
I'm Brandon Gaunt, and certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast
10 for
partner,
19.
and our entire crew. We'll catch you
189,
next time
2
right here. It's the
touchdowns,
NFL
rushing.
on EA
Newton,
Sports.
incredible day. Payne and Stafford all got rushing touchdowns. Pendleton got 2 receiving touchdowns, 136. But this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sacks in this game. 5 from Page, 2 from Robertson, 1 from Johnson, 1 from Wilkins. Our defensive line is really starting to create winning situations. How long is that going to last? This is a cupcake team. Tyler Page, of course he's going to get a chance to. Finesse moves. Pendleton. Deep threat. C continues to grow. Chase Hunter. Marquise Mackey. Defense playing respectable. I mean, I cannot ask for any better production out of my defense. Just gotta get a game where I don't throw a pick. Everyone's getting something on this one. You get an upgrade. You get an upgrade. Alright, how about we just do this? Yeah, how about we just let everyone else auto-upgrade? Okay, sounds good. Weekly awards. Paige got one. Oh, Wilkins got another one. Or do I have to... Oh, okay, hold on. Advance week. We got the Buccaneers. Few playoff pitcher. Let's talk about it. Well, you know what? Let's talk about it. I thought it said Pro Bowl voting. Boys, we're one game back of the division. If I hadn't skipped that damn Patriots game on accident, I wonder if we would have won that. I mean, we're right in there. We're in the playoff race right now. As crazy as that sounds. Can we legitimately make the playoffs with this team? Weekly awards. Paige this time. Got it. Newton running back. So we got the offensive and defensive players of the week. Breakout player. What do we got here? Wilkins. Coach, I gotta commend you on the game plan last week. The front seven absolutely dominated their blockers. And it was one of the best performances I've ever had. If I can put together another game like that against the Bucs, it'll go a long way toward establishing me as a leader on this team. Okay. Or a sack. Okay. Oh, Wilkins, that's on you. Get you something. The player's ready to negotiate. Who we not signed that we know for a fact we're going to keep? Nobody else right now. Scout. Let me look at. What have I scouted? Have I left anybody off my draft board? He needs. Whoops. He needs finished. Ooh, late 6th rounder. Nobody that really stands out to me right now. Nice. play one more. And I'm going to skip the training because I keep getting strikes. Hello. Son of a bitch. Thank you. Ooh, 2 top-notch wide receivers. Okay, this might be where we start getting derailed. But maybe if we play ball control, we can get lucky.
Today, from Columbus, Ohio.
Let's go. Oh, it's a home game, too.
13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
Still in here?
Would you say that last week's performance
Okay.
workmanlike in terms of numbers?
Tampa Brady,
Touchdown,
okay.
one pick, but obviously a loss.
Get him, Paige.
Oh, he can't
Johnson
get
got him.
away.
That's fine.
Brady will go down.
A loss of
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The throw on second
Nice
down
break
by
up.
Brady is incomplete.
Okay, let's just get off the field. All we gotta do is get off the field. Don't give up a 22-yard bomb.
And nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly.
3 and out. Let's go.
Forcing incompletions.
Brady's throw
Nice.
on third down there is incomplete.
3 and out.
Has been
3 and
a little
out.
bit of
That's what we
frustration
needed.
there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he fields it cleanly. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the
20
first
touchdowns,
time.
28 picks.
And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
And a
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on first down, Stanford. And it's a
No.
short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the game.
All he
there,
needs
second
completions.
down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets are
Oh, come on, Newton.
Stanford's
Usually get
Guys
those.
were on the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be
Beautiful.
corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go and get the football first in each and every situation.
The run blocking's been phenomenal.
From last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And a nice run.
Oh, nice.
Close to the first down marker at the Bucs'
Samuel's
31.
down again.
Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field.
Run again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Yeah, love it. Beautiful route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To throw on second down. Stanford eluding the pressure right. And
Oh, Pendleton almost had it.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Go.
Get it down to the 7. They wind up getting 16.
4th and 1.
That's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Stanford flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will.
Got it.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And they'll turn to the power game.
Payne, big man with the football.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and the first drive 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here too after.
What about that time? Bowers? Nice.
A loss of 9 yards.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking scheme. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability and a sack resulted.
Make a stop here.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady.
Oh! No, almost a pick.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to
go Newton.
He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
37-yard
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody
Darby.
Just stuck out there. And they just got
Nice.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. It's Newton. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Pendleton.
Stanford.
Nice.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Absolutely.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Quarter run out.
On 1st down, Newton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Punching.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run with their fullback.
Yeah, big man up the middle.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of it, the fullback's
Tom
probably
Brady
get the
looking
ball,
mad.
but when you get to 3rd and 2, Most of the time, that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanford, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things.
Did he get the first down?
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
I'll start.
They were going for it on 4th and inches, now 4th and 5.
Yeah, everything had built to a crescendo, hadn't it? 4th and inches, I mean, we were coming out of our chairs up here. Now on 4th and 5, you've got to think about whether you want to go for it or not.
Makes the score Aviators 10, Buccaneers nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Right. It's stick.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Shotgun now for Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
Brady out here gunning.
Pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again.
Uh-oh. Oh. Got his protection that time. Here come the Buccaneers. That's his first carry. Ooh. Almost had him with that sack, though. Get him, get him, get him! Johnson! Second sack of the game. his 8th sack on the year. Oh, he shanked it. Oh. Now we get the ball at halftime. So I'd be happy just taking our time, going down and getting 3. Oh. Alright, well, I'm going to try it again. Ah, that was bad. That was just a blown drive by me. Got him. Here comes the surgeon, Tom Brady. Even if I somehow cough this game up to Tampa Bay, I gotta say, at our difficulty level and a 60 whatever ranked team, keep them in the bounds. Get after him. Let's go with a dime blitz. Oh, keep him in bounds. Evans isn't a running back, but okay. Come on. They're starting to pick me apart. It's all right. Let's go. Page got him. Yes. 15th sack this season. The rookie sacks the Hall of Famer. Who got him that time? Johnson? Johnson got his 3rd sack. Defensive line getting after it. Our defensive line has been incredible in this stream. Oh! 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Go to halftime. Change of possession. Let's go. I don't know what's going on with the AI. Yep. It's good. Tight end wide open. Beautiful. White goes down for Tampa Bay. Ooh, he got me. Throw it away. It's not a great punt. Let's try to see if we can get after it. Nice knock away. Come on. Is there any way we can get off the field here? I think he's gonna run it. Yeah, he's got it. Johnson got him for number 4? Wow. I have no idea how the pass rush is picked up so incredibly. Nice. Oh! Oh. Third down, turning into our death drive on this yard. On this, drive. Got him that time. Go ahead, shuffle a little swagger. Yes, out of bounds. Stop him. Is there any way we can make this stop? Oh, he got it. No? Okay. Ooh. 3rd and goal. Let's run it again. He finally got it. Oh, spikes! Oh! That'd have been awesome. Ooh. Yeah. Ah. Nah. Nice. That was risky. Vita Vea. Nice. Ooh, now we're going into the 4th. Get connected for free with the white guy connection. He needed that. Pendleton, or, Snell. Go, Newton. Nice. Nice answer. Let's go. Nice special teams tackle. Oh, get him. Uh-oh. Yeah. Got to get the defense off the field. Got to get the defense off the field. Come on. Ah! You kidding me? Damn. Needed that. 3-game win streak, though. I shouldn't be bitching. Page gets another sack. Come on. Okay, it's 3rd down. Get him. Touchdown. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Damn it. Uh-oh. Now we're in some trouble. Nice hit. All right. Come on.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, he got rid of it.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball.
No! Son of a bitch.
Almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Come on.
Some good games going on in the
Somebody
early
on
window.
defense.
This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Brady.
Going
for
yeah!
But the pass intercepted.
Are you crazy?
Picked off at the 14.
Yeah!
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Number 80.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay,
play
so
clean,
play clean. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Vita Vea got that one.
Great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Go! Payne!
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let that 2-minute warning go.
These two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Is there any way we can pull this off?
Possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Nice run from Newton.
At about the 35. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Newton, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stanford, and he's got his
tight end gets 1st down, stays in bounds.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Tackle made.
Keyshawn Bierria was in on the tackle, the 6th-round pick in 2018.
Now he just need out now.
There's a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
16, 15.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Eighth
take
play of
another
the drive
knee.
forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
We don't need nothing. We just need to knee it and run this thing out. And that's 3 straight wins.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just
That's
about
it.
do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
Yeah.
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what
3
they've seen.
straight
Chalk this one up in the
wins,
left-hand
and I
column for a win.
believe
Yeah,
no, that's
right.
4
Head to the
straight
locker room,
wins,
throw the wristbands
and I
in the
believe that
crowd,
takes us
get
up to
your gloves,
500,
your
6 and
towels, Get to
6.
share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fist and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded.
I
They were
didn't
really
turn
good
the
in this
ball
game.
over at all.
they
No
were not gonna be
interceptions
pushed
either.
around.
So
They were not going to be intimidated.
Happy
They
about
refused
that.
to back down and came away with a victory.
So for Columbus, the win gets them back to 500 at 6 and 6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the playoffs.
all right, let's get out of here. Let's look at our stats. As we are 3/4 away through the season. Go ahead and upgrade everyone. We're still not in the playoff picture, though. Knocking on the door, though. Johnson. Got him one. All right. I gotta have at least a couple guys get into the Pro Bowl. Ooh, the Dolphins. That's a division game. And they're 4-8. Ladies and germs, we got a chance at this. Ooh, 6 and 6 in the division too. Okay, we got a chance to make a run at a wild card spot. Stanford over 3,000 yards, still 20 and 28 though, and he's having himself a good season. He's over 1,200. Wonder if we can get him to 1,500 before the end of the year. 10 touchdowns. Payne's got 6. He don't have a whole lot of yards, so I don't know if he'll get a Pro Bowl spot or not. Pendleton should get a Pro Bowl spot. Come on. 1137 and 11 touchdowns, 62 catches, please. Newton got 57 catches. He's almost got as many catches as Pendleton, 500 yards. I might need to go wide receiver. I don't know. 70 tackles. Yeah, he's got to go to the Pro Bowl.